The Harlem Renaissance and Langston Hughes. The Harlem Renaissance was a period of U.S. history marked by a burst of creativity within the African American community in the areas of art, music, and literature. Centered within New York City's Harlem neighborhood, the Harlem Renaissance began roughly with the end of World War I in 1918 and continued into the mid-1930s. During this era, Harlem became an inspiration and a destination point for African American artists from every discipline, especially writers. The Harlem Renaissance coincided with the Jazz Age, a time of innovative ideas and modernism with rapid cultural and social changes. Harlem became a cultural center buzzing with new ideas and attracting African American scholars, writers, poets, artists, actors, musicians, and singers. The Cotton Club was the most famous Harlem night spot where musicians such as Louis Armstrong and Duke Ellington played Dixie, the blues, and developed the improvisational style of music called jazz. Langston Hughes was a central figure in the Harlem Renaissance. A major poet, Hughes also wrote novels, short stories, essays, and plays. He sought to honestly portray the joys and hardships of working-class black lives, avoiding both sentimental idealization and negative stereotypes. He was the first black American to earn his living solely from his writing and public lectures. Part of the reason he was able to do this was the phenomenal acceptance and love he received from average black people. Hughes brought a varied and colorful background to his writing. Before he was 12 years old, he had lived in 6 different American cities. When his first book was published, he had already been a truck farmer, cook, waiter, college graduate, sailor, and a doorman at a nightclub in Paris, and had visited Mexico, West Africa, the Azores, Canary Islands, Holland, France, and Italy. Hughes had a belief in humanity and his hope for a world in which people could live together sanely and with understanding. Unlike younger and more militant writers, Hughes never lost his conviction that most people are generally good in every race and in every country where I have been. Until the time of his death, he spread his message humorously, though always seriously, to audiences throughout the country, having read his poetry to more people possibly than any other American poet. Hughes died on May 22, 1967, due to complications from prostate cancer.